When everything seems to be gone, the worst thing to do is sit down and mourn. Don't let frustration get the better of you and make you do things you should never do. You got to keep the faith, you can't surrender. You never know, tomorrow may be brighter. Behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. As long as you have health and strength, reaching your goal, nothing should prevent. Every time you fall, get up again. Don't sit down there like that and complain. You got to stand up and continue fighting. Don't give up, keep courage, you must win. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Obstacles will get in the way, stumbling blocks to hinder your day. But you can't afford to let them stop you. No matter how hard it is to go through, you got to stand up and continue fighting. Endurance shall win in the ending. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Be of a strong, positive mind. Negative thoughts, leave them behind. We got to go forward in sure certainty. Let no element humbug that possibility. Not if you give up.
Of thy will, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my head from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't hold the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me. Cover me.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners, and of course, those streaming with us live on WZYE TV and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. So, folks, we are strictly on WZYE TV today and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, of course, it's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with yours truly, Professor Walshid and Uncle Tommy. And we are just streaming live on WZYE TV on YouTube and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me bring in my partner, the man himself, the one and only, the man better known as Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good afternoon, and it's a pleasure being here in the village. I know we're not on the street, which we looked forward to, but in the village is good enough for now.
Yeah, well, we're still doing Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics. We just streaming on WZYE TV and on WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. So all those who are listening to us, you know, tell your people to go over to WZYE TV on YouTube and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. So Tommy, you know, we always have to do our superlatives here every Sunday that we come here with Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics. The only radio program in the world, Tommy, that have a pledge to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So let's listen to that pledge.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
So there you have it, Tommy. There you have it, man.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. An oath of pledge to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the world, regarding the information that we bring to you here on Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics. Yeah? So, Tommy, sometimes I doesn't really know where to start. And you have told me it's better to start at the beginning.
Correct.
Sometimes I doesn't want to know if I really want to start at the beginning or not. Or if I want to start in the middle and work my way back and then work my way up. Because there's so much. So Tommy, I want to start with, let's start with the dress code in Trinidad and Tobago.
No, before you hit the dress code, I want to read something for you that would probably make you feel a little pleased. It says Sharon Clark Rowley, wife of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, yesterday praised dozens of children in East Port-au-Spain for their creativity, commitment, and support in the Zebra Peak Production Junior Carnival Band, stating that good things have been coming out of Laventille. People, this is quote now, people speak so often about hotspots and they categorize Laventille as one of the hotspots. But there's so much good out of Laventille, Clark Rowley said. She was speaking to parents, children, workers, and patrons of the band during a meet and greet function at Joan Street, Pity Valley. Clark Rowley was joined by United States Ambassador to TT, Candace Bond, Justice Malcolm Holdip, Energy Minister Stuart Young, and officers of the Interagency Task Force, IATF, who were invited to view the band members' work and skills. I'll stop right there.
I think that those things are excellent, splendiferous, tremendiferous, marvelous things. And I think that we need to get more of those things. But we don't just need the things on the surface. We need the things below the surface too as well, as Mystic Prowler will said. We have to go below the surface. And I compliment, well, I say she's the first lady. People say otherwise. I compliment Mrs. Sharon Rowley on that initiative. But how often, Tommy, do we see initiatives like this? You think we see them enough? You think we see enough of them?
Not enough. Not enough, I must say.
Or we hear enough of them?
Not enough, but at least hearing that is a little bit refreshing.
And yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. I agree. But I just feel that we have to start to get serious about these things. Because a lot of times you ask yourself, are these things being done and we don't know about it? Or are these one-off things that are being done? But I am happy to see that there is something being done. I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy. And I just think that more should be done in these communities, because what they call these communities, hotspots, right?
Hotspots, that's what she said.
Yeah?
But I actually took you off of what your focus was before. I'd like you to get back to where you were.
No, no, you didn't take me off focus. I think those are important things that it's also important in order for us to highlight, because we can't just come here and only highlight the difficulties that we are facing in Trinidad and Tobago. We also have to highlight the good things that are happening, you know, and sometimes it's difficult to try to find the good things. You have to go for like a needle in a haystack, trying to find the good things. But I would never say there are not good things happening. Of course, there are good things happening, but there's too much bad things happening that
Correct.
overwhelm the good things.
Way too many.
Way too many. And crime is numero uno,
Yes.
and it appears to me, Tommy, that this government, led by Prime Minister Rowley, have absolutely no answer to crime. Zero, none, done. Zero. Zero answer to crime. Zero. Anyway, we go get back to that. So,
Yeah.
Tommy, I see that the Stone Age, archaic, Jurassic, RPNM government. Let me repeat that. The Stone Age, Jurassic, archaic, RPNM government is finally have a policy on dress code. Can you imagine that? In 2024, the Stone Age, Jurassic, archaic RPNM government have a policy on dress code. You have to tell a person how you could dress in order for you to come to a government office. But people of the plantation long time ago, I don't know if they understand that, Tommy. Plantation days gone, Massa day done.
You know, I want to think so, but I reflect here in the United States and realize that Masade ain't really done so much. It's just been modified and re-engineered because sometimes I think about things that are happening in the United States and realize that Masade ain't really gone nowhere.
They have modernized it.
Yep.
They have brought it to the 21st century. And the RPNM government want to take us back to the 14th century. And Tommy, when I listen to the press conference, I listen to the whole press conference. I said, what planet them people living on, boy? What planet? Where them come out? What has been their, what is their mindset? So let's listen to, I think it's the Minister in Public Administration regarding the dress code in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's take a listen.
Is received in a reasonable manner. So with that in mind, we embarked on a program of training of mainly the frontline staff and the customer service representatives. I've been advised that we have trained a total of 431 people, which represents a reasonable cross-section of the public service, both in Trinidad and in Tobago. We had physical sessions at Ministry of the Attorney General's Auditorium and SAPA in San Fernando, and we had virtual sessions to accommodate people who were not able to attend at either of those two sessions. So essentially, the dress code goes into effect from Monday the 15th, and briefly, we will get into more detail on what it means going later on in the program. But briefly, what we're asking you to do is ensure that your upper body is covered, that your lower body is covered at least up to mid-thigh, that you may wear a face mask for whatever reason. Some people are still wearing it for health reasons, some people wear it for religious reasons, for example. But if you do wear a face mask and it conceals your features, you may be asked to remove it so that we can quickly see what you look like and that there's no threat, and in those cases we'll allow you in. In circumstances where the face mask, it's a niqab, for example, worn for religious reasons to protect the modesty of the woman associated with that religion, we will not require those persons to expose their face in public. We'll take them into a private area, and then they can reveal who they are, and we'll allow them to continue with the service. Footwear is mandatory, but that's the only requirement with respect to footwear. What we are asking you to do is ensure that whatever footwear you choose allows you to be safe. And you will remember that in different circumstances, you may require for your protection to reconsider the mode of footwear. So if you're going into an area where construction is happening, for example, you may not want to wear slippers. That may not be advisable. So essentially, those are the rules, which my colleague Colleen will go into in a bit more detail later. What we're asking you not to do is to not have vulgar displays in respect of your clothing or in respect of any signage or pictures or whatever on your clothing. No swimwear, no sheer clothing, no bareback, no vulgar obscene messages or images, and no gang symbols, which is the last being to protect the to ensure that we don't encourage any outbreak of violence in our public spaces, which would put our public at risk. So the objective and focus of the policy, and in fact the objective and focus of all that we are doing at the Ministry of Public Admin under our PSIP and other programs, is to ensure that we are able to serve the public expeditiously, efficiently, and provide them with satisfaction. Our approach is a client-centric approach. So that is why in looking at the policy and in looking at all our programs, we are trying to ensure that we put things in place so that to the extent reasonably feasible, we can satisfy the needs of the public. And in doing
Okay. Your mic's muted, it seems like.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's why I said, Tommy, this reactionary government, the RPNM, right, is absolutely clueless about what it takes to move Trinidad and Tobago where they need to go. You could tell me in 2024, you talking about if I have on a face mask, and my features are covered. You want me to remove the face mask so you can figure out what my features look like? Tommy, make it make sense for me now. If I am a Muslim, right, you go take me in a private place to remove my face covering. So Tommy, when it was the pandemic and you're going to a government office, you started to take off your face mask?
Nope.
So now you have a policy. All right. So if COVID happened to come back and you have on a face mask, everybody going in the place that take government office that take off a face mask because if it covers your features.
Then you put in the persons who are letting you in at risk.
Well, they say if the face mask cover your features, they could ask you to remove it.
Yeah, but does not expose them to whatever it is you may have.
So that's why the face mask should stay on.
That's the point I'm making.
I mean, I listened to that and I said, boy, them really bankrupt of ideas, you know. They bankrupt. The Penny Bank still there on down on Duke Street, Tommy, the Penny Bank. Or that closed down long time ago.
Good question.
Yeah. But the government like the Penny Bank. You go call a press conference to talk about that. But Tommy, they modeled now, eh? They have a model, a part two, eh? Look at the model part. Watch the model. Listen to the model part now.
From Monday, January 15, 2024, there are new rules which will apply to what the public and where to visit government offices.
We have had a checkered history with respect to our dress code. There have been issues that have arisen. Traditionally, there has been no uniformed policy in respect of the dress code for members of the public seeking services out of government offices.
Minister West notes more than 400 frontline staff members from government entities in Trinidad and Tobago have been trained to apply the new dress code.
This policy is for off-government offices. So government venues that are not offices are not covered by this policy. This would include schools, hospitals, police stations, health centers, community centers, sporting venues. All of these things are not covered by this policy.
The Public Administration Minister indicates there is also another category of government agencies which will not be affected by this new policy.
Courts have their own requirements, as do offices like the immigration. Anywhere you go for a government picture, there are specific rules that apply to those. So licensing, if you're going to take out a picture for your license, the Immigration and the Election and Boundaries Commission, there are special rules that apply to those, as there are special rules that apply to the court.
Meanwhile, member of the Ministry's Modernization and Service Improvement Delivery Division, Colleen Galaxy, had staff members model the appropriate wear for the new dress code.
Cover up the body, the chest. Sleeveless clothing is permitted. Please ensure that your lower body covering, if you can come to the center, please ensure that your lower body covering is not higher than mid-thigh. Yes. Wear appropriate footwear to prevent slippage and falls. All of these displays are now permitted within government offices.
According to the policy regarding facial coverings, including masks, face shields and hijabs, individuals may be required to remove the mask or face shield briefly to confirm identity. In the case of hijabs, individuals will be checked in a separate room. Terry Ann Brown Campbell, TTT News.
Oh God, Tommy, I just at a loss for words, Tommy. With all the crime we have in Trinidad and Tobago, all the problems we have, right? You keeping people on the plantation. Tommy, can I go to a motor vehicle here barefoot? I don't know.
Nobody looks at your feet.
How about if I wear a face mask? How about if I put on a face mask and I go into the motor vehicle in Springfield?
I don't think anybody will bother you.
How about if I go with a short pants? How about I go with a bikini? How about I go with a mini skirt up by my above my knees? How about that? A mini skirt above my knees.
Well, that wouldn't be a problem, but a bikini could be a problem.
And maybe we should try a sample, boy, and see if you could get somebody to go with a bikini. How about if I go with a sleeveless, a vest?
No problem. No problem.
How would if I go with a sports bra? A sports bra. Like I running. You know, down the road, a female, a female running. And They realize, hey, boy, my license expire, boy. Look, motor vehicle right there. Let me run in motor vehicle and change it, eh? I want a sports bra. You think they go get served?
I think they'll probably serve them.
Okay. So a sports bra, because if you're going to office, if you go on the plantation in a government office in Trinidad and Tobago and you want a sports bra, they ain't serving you, you know. Because you could only wear a sports bra when you're running. If you're outside running, or like you're running in the Olympics or something, you could wear a sports bra. But for the government of Trinidad and Tobago, right, who keeping people on the plantation, you can't run in a sports bra. You can't come to a government office in a sports bra. I just trying to make it make sense, that's all. But Tommy,
Yep.
we had a transactional leader. We have a transactional leader in Prime Minister Rowley. We know he's a transactional leader because most things with him surrounds a transaction. But we had the transformational leader in Tobago, the THA chief, Fali Chavez Augustine, back in January 2022, Tommy.
Yep.
He addressed the dress code issue, you know.
Of course, forthwith.
He didn't wait for two years later, you know. They might go and find a policy and they had to figure it out and they had to spend money to do this, But listen to the THA chief. Listen to the transformational leader. Here is the difference between a proactive government and a reactionary government. Listen to this.
Effective immediately, we will be asking the executive, that is, will be asking the chief administrator to send out a circular notifying of the change in policy with regards to the dress code for seeking services in a THA office. This is not for workers, this is for the public. So effective immediately, and as soon as that notice is out, those clumsily written signs about no shorts, no sleeveless, no slippers will be removed, and as public servants, we will all serve the people regardless. The entities like schools and other specialized areas that require specialized outfit and perhaps PPE, they of course will retain their dress code policies. However, for the general public service and the general divisions within the THA, we will be removing that dress code policy almost immediately, as soon as it will take the chief administrator to prepare that circular, and you can see a laxing of that policy. We are not in any way the first in the Caribbean to do this. I think Jamaica did this about a year to 2 years ago, and other Caribbean territories have done it before. It's about shaking off the vestiges of colonialism that we have held on to for dear life, and no one can convince me that in the tropics that we ought to turn people back because they may be wearing a slipper. That cannot be reasonable. The taxpayers are paying us. We will dress up. We, the public servants, will dress up. Notice I said that the rule is not for workers. Workers are still expected to dress professionally. We will dress professionally, and we will go and serve the people however they come. In fact, I've even been told of anecdotes where tourists and people from the cruise ships will come off and will go to the division of tourism and be turned back because they're not wearing a long pants or they have a slippers on their feet. That cannot be how we do business in the tropics. And so that policy is being shifted for the first time in the country, and it starts with Tobago. Again, we are not the first to do it in the Caribbean, and I know we will not be the last to do it in the region either. Just ensure you wear a mask. And so we will be able to tell our children some years to come of that narrative I heard on Radio Tambourine a while back, where a gentleman went to Inland Revenue and was turned back because his pants were short. He was wearing a short pants. And he proceeded to borrow a dress from someone that was shorter than the pants he was wearing. And he was allowed to enter with a dress that was shorter than the three-quarter pants he was wearing. That in itself should speak to how the ridiculous nature of that dress code that was there. So if you happen to be in Scarborough and you want to do business, or you didn't plan to go in a THA division and something pop up, you now can, because we will be altering that dress code policy to serve you as you come. For us, the workers, for us, the public servants, we will dress up professionally, and dressing professionally can also mean having a sleeveless as well. Once you are dressed professionally, you and your supervisors will assess what professionally means. We'll dress up professionally, and we will show up and serve the people of Tobago.
Yep.
Tommy, look how simple that was.
Right.
You'd rather bring on people to model where you could wear and where your car wear. If it's supposed to be above your knee or under your knee. If it's supposed to be above your ankle or under your ankle. I mean, it's just so simple. So simple.
Well, the transformation leader did lead the way.
I guess that's why we have plenty of problems that we having today, boy. Oh God. Anyway, let me go to the chat here. Bijram, welcome. Bijram say good day, Wall Street, and Uncle Tommy and rest of the listeners. Curtis Montrachad, boy. Chumakinian. Welcome. Hey, look, Captain Singly, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Walls are going on wear white jockey shorts and go passport office.
What you get, you'll take.
Yeah, I think you should wear red jockey shorts. Don't wear because if you wear red, you might let him go, you know. You know that, Tommy? No, we are red jockey shorts. Don't wear a white one. And definitely don't wear yellow jockey shorts. You understand? Judy, welcome. Yeah? Nana, welcome. Good day to my village family. Blessing, Ansam, Tommy, and Diana.
Good day, and blessings to you too.
Welcome, Bijram, welcome.
Yeah, welcome to you, man. Today is Dashin Bush with pigtail, brother.
Dashin Bush with pigtail. Oh, boy. Yeah, boy.
Pigtail, yeah.
Yeah.
Dashin Bush is not Kalalu?
Yeah,
That's not Kalalu?
yeah, well, Dashin Bush, Kalalu, then, or whatever you call it.
Okay, all right.
Kalalu.
You're trying to trip
Yeah.
me up, Bijram. You're trying to figure, I know. You're trying to give me a 6 for a 9. You're coming Dashin Bush. Yeah, tell me Kalalu, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Eh.
Two things I want to tell you.
Eh.
You know how many people borrow clothes to go for interview?
Yeah.
Things so bad with them, right?
Eh.
Financially. Many people borrow other people's clothes to get a job interview. You aware of that?
No, I know we are that.
Yeah, sometimes I have a neighbor there, you have no clothes, you poor. You get a job. You borrow your neighbor clothes with the tie and whatever there just to get the dress code now.
Right.
To go for an interview for a job. You understand?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we have put one another in anyhow. And next thing again, what do you think about a woman jumping a barrier to see Pandy when he dead? If when the man dead, a woman jumping barrier to see him when he was alive, I could guess what could have happened then, or what happened then. You understand me?
Yeah, listening. You listening?
Yeah. Yeah, the man dead and woman jumping barrier for him. When he was alive, he was a crack shot. You understand the point?
Yeah, man.
If when I dead, I woman still jumping barrier for me.
Yeah.
When I was alive, you could just imagine what took place.
Yeah. And any glory, man? Any glory?
You hear anything about that property tax come out?
No,
If they collect that, collect.
no, a person told me that a person living in some community, they assess them at 17,000 annual rental value a month. Right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's 17,000 times 12. Right? And minus 10%. And the person say that the person couldn't believe what their property tax will be for the year. So I don't know. You get your evaluation yet for your
No,
for your mansion?
because, I cannot hear that, but if a man have a house 24 by 24 at the average, or 24 by 20, approximately how much he might have to pay for the year?
Well, that's now that is
There's a minimum.
Yeah, the minimum is 486, right? The lowest,
486.
the lowest annual rental value is $18,000. That is the minimum.
All right.
So 18,000, you take 10% of that, right? Which is minus 1,800, and you go get 16,200 times 3% will give you $486 a year property tax. You only say we do that maths, boy? Toby, you say we do that maths quick, boy?
Yep.
Hear this one.
Yeah.
Hear this one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Promises never materialize, right? Hear this one now.
Right.
No. You remember that they can out 5% gas tax by the pump, right?
Right.
You hear that?
Nah, I ain't sure about that.
Yes, do some research about that to fix road.
Okay.
5%, right?
Yeah.
You see any road fix? You see any road fix more than the special highway and thing, any road fixing anywhere in this country?
Yeah,
for
when
poor people?
yeah, Bisham,
Right?
when there was local government
Yeah.
election, there was fixing plenty road.
When?
Just before local government election.
That was that, yeah, but what fix it.
I mean, there was
right?
patching road. There was patching
No.
road. There was
With a
patching.
patching road,
Yeah.
no. Would you believe to yourself that this property tax money will boil down to a small man to get road fixed, drain clean, and to do other things? You believe that money going on to where that money going? Straight to the government or to the
No, it's going to the corporation.
to the
It's going to the
to the-
14.
straight to the corporation?
Yeah, straight to the
You
14
believe so?
corporation. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what the government saying. I don't know. That's
You-
what they say.
So everything you believe what the government say,
No, but
you
I-
believe that going to the that thing. I think that had to go down in some consolidation.
But
or
I
something.
think that is low, Bisham. I think it's not low now, Tommy, that the money is supposed to go to the corporation.
Yeah, but do they put the infrastructure in place for the corporation to collect? I don't think so.
Correct.
I guess it's supposed to be like that, but it's not happening like that. And the next thing again, I want to ask you, do some research on there, right?
Yeah.
You know, after every year, and you just need a holiday, right?
Correct.
Everybody does need a little rest and thing.
Yeah.
You know, the finance minister 8 years now, he never take a holiday.
Okay. But you know,
Do some research on that.
yeah,
eh?
yeah, we could do some research. Yeah, man. Thanks
Do
a
some
lot.
research on that because everybody does take holiday, but he is the watchman, the treasury, so nobody wouldn't able to get nothing more than he.
All right, Bisham. Thanks a lot,
Me and
man.
me alone, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Just, all right,
Think about
Bisham.
it, do some research and I will get feedback on that day.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
And
Okay,
see,
Bisham.
see if you can get anything.
All right.
Otherwise, that we might have to eat dashimos right through every day now. That might be the cheapest meal.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Bless. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tommy,
Yes.
I think that Colombo does take vacation, especially when the Prime Minister leaves the country and he had to drive in PM1. I think there's a vacation for
Mr. Tommy.
Yeah, KFC, what is this?
Good afternoon.
Mr. Mountain, if you're not any street 91 live.
No. We're not live today. We only on WZY TV on YouTube and WZY 95.9 FM on Facebook.
All right, so I'm done listening.
Yeah, man, bless. Yeah. Lana says, VAT-free pigtail. Hey, Bijam, pigtail VAT-free, boy. That's why it's pigtail and callaloo bush, boy. And some home by me is 48,000 a year valuation property tax. Will be around $16 a year. Okay.
$16.
Let me see something. Let me just do the maths quick. So the annual rental value is 48,000 for the year, right?
Right.
So we had a minus 10%, which is 4,800 to 48,000. God, let's stop giving me these ads now, man. 48,000 minus 4,800, right?
Right.
Equal to 43,200 times 0.03. Lana is $1,296 for the year divided by 12. 108. So let's do that maths again. 48,000, right? For the year, right?
Let me get my calculator.
Minus 4,800 is equal to 43,200 annual rental value, right? And you multiply that 0.03%, which is $1,296 divided by 12, which is equal to $108 a month. 108 times 12 is 1296. Right? 48,000 for the year. If this is what Lana is saying, 48,000 a year valuation property tax. That's your annual rental value. Right? So what they are saying is that your monthly rental is $4,000. Right? 4,000 times 12 is equal to $48,000. So that property has an annual rental value of $4,000. Yeah? And for the year is $48,000. If you minus 4,800 from that, right, and you multiply that by 0.03%, you will get your annual property tax, and you divide it by 12, you will get your monthly property tax. And as we say that, Tommy, I want you all to listen to the lie. I saying it, the lie that the Minister of Finance told the people in Parliament. Liar, listen to this. Tommy, you do that much, right?
The Finance Minister Colm Imbert confirmed at Tuesday's Senate debate that the property tax becomes applicable on January 1st, 2024. Minister Imbert told senators that no notices of property tax have so far been sent out.
Persons would have seen notices going out from the Valuation Division. When the notices first went out, there was a lot of confusion and misinformation, deliberate misinformation, where persons were led to believe that the notice of valuation was a notice of property tax. It is not. You have to take the value, the annual rental value, and multiply it by 2.7%, which is 90% of 3%.
The minister went on to say that if citizens believe they have been assessed improperly, a complaint system is established as part of the law.
I have people from Federation Park telling me that they can't rent their properties for more than $10,000 a month and they get a valuation of $20,000 a month. It can't be right. They're going to challenge it legally in the courts. It's all right. There will be improper valuations, incorrect valuation. I have no doubt. You know, this is a new system. There will be valuations that make no sense. And that is why we have a challenge process in place that if you are of the view that your valuation is incorrect, you can challenge it and you can provide evidence that the valuation is nonsensical.
He says that people unable to pay the tax, for instance a pensioner, can make a case for deferral of the payment. The property tax, however, will come due once the situation changes. Say, for example, the pensioner passes on and wills the property to a child or any other beneficiary.
Tommy, I challenge anybody in Trinidad and Tobago, including the Minister of Finance, to show the people of Trinidad and Tobago where in the Property Tax Act it says that the property tax is 2.7%. I challenge anybody in Trinidad and Tobago, including Minister of Finance, Colin Burt, to show the people of Trinidad and Tobago where in the Property Tax Act it tells you to take 90% of 3% in order to get your property tax percentage. Anywhere. They're not going to be able to prove it. Because it's a lie. It's a blatant lie. They're trying to fool the people into telling them it's 2.7% property tax. And I've been going after this hard, Tommy. I've been going after this hard. And all the people want the government to be transparent and accountable. That's all they're asking of the government. Tell the people the truth. Don't lie. As you said, tell the truth, Tommy. We favorite person who has fact check. The pastor with the internet search engine name. We had to fact check him again. Again, Tommy. The pastor with the internet search engine name. Oh God, pastor. Please stop trying to mislead the people, pastor. Oh God. The pastor with the internet search engine name. We have to fact check him again, Tommy. Oh, Tommy, they ain't learning the lesson, They're not.
But they don't care.
No, they care because they care about misleading the people.
All right.
And then, Tommy, we have a next one, the runaway P&M bully activist, the female one. We had to take you on tour. The runaway female bully activist, boy. And Tommy, you know what, Tommy? I want to take back my statement regarding the P&M condoning the behavior of the runaway bully female P&M activist. I want to take back that statement.
Why?
And I'll go through the evidence after we talk about the internet search engine, pastor. I want to take it back, Tommy. Because I want the P&M, especially Prime Minister, right, to support her in her behavior. So I am no longer calling on the P&M to sanction the female bully P&M activist. I'm taking that back. And I will provide the evidence for you, Tommy, why I'm taking that back. All right? But let me listen to the internet search engine pastor and him being fact-checked again. Oh, God. Pastor, get it right now. Let me go.
Every time they go to court concerning a election matter, they do have a winner. So, yeah.
Fact check. The statement by Pastor Google that stated every time they go to court concerning an election matter they don't ever win is false. The opposition UNC hailed Thursday's Privy Council decision against the government's extension of the term of incumbent local government representatives by a year without going to the electorate. In a statement, opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar praised UNC activist Ravi Balgobin Maharaj for challenging the extension in the local courts and all the way to the Privy Council. She said the UNC now calls on the Prime Minister, on behalf of the electorate, to immediately fix the date for local government elections and to ensure that such elections are held lawfully and freely. Balgobin Maharaj said, "I was disappointed that I lost this matter in the High Court and Court of Appeal, but I'm happy that the Privy Council has given judgment in my favor." In a statement, Princestown MP Barry Patarath credited Persad-Bissessar for the Privy Council's ruling. He described the ruling as a fatal blow to the PNM in their thirst to subvert and compromise our democracy for political expediency. The UNCS Oropuch East constituency executive also praised Persad Bissessar for the judgment. In a statement, its chairman Raymond Surajbali said, "We are ready to with our candidates and secure victory at the polls." The Privy Council ruled against the government's extension of the term of incumbent local government representatives by 1 year. Once again, Pastor Google is being exposed for trying to mislead the population of TNT.
Oh God, internet search engine pastor. Get it right now, man. Who got Tommy?
Yeah.
The man can't get that right. He can't get that right. Simple thing like that. You have to come and try to mislead the population. Eh? Told me when I hear him say that, I say, but wait now, boy. I say, but wait. Didn't they went to the Privy Council with respect to the local government election, and the government postponed the election, and the government then had to call the local government election? I wasn't sure.
He should have said anytime they go to local courts.
Tommy, Tommy, I tell you, you know, they put you in a box with some bulbs, and the bulbs in the box are 75 watts. And all of a sudden, here comes Uncle Tommy and with 1,000 watts, outshining all the rest of the bulbs in them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You think the people in Trinidad believe that?
Yeah, they believe it, but they're not gonna admit it. They believe it. Again, the internet search engine pastor, again, we have to fact check you. And we go, and listener, I tell you all, you know, we just have people listening to them because we want them to bring accurate information to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And don't try to mislead people in order to support your party. Don't try to mislead people to support your party. Oh, you know them have lost every appeal they have gone to the court for. You know, everything they are lost. You know, they lost. You know.
What a shit and all.
I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, and the thing about it, Tommy, if you bring the truth, you don't have to remember anything. You know.
True.
Right?
Correct.
If you bring the truth, people go and try to fact check you all they want.
And they'll see that you're truthful.
Correct is right. But the internet search engine pastor, the pastor with the internet search engine name, right, have a behavior that is very consistent. He like the female bully PNM activist. We go get to she just now after the break. Very consistent in their behavior, in that one tend to want to mislead the people all the time. Like the internet search engine, the pastor with the internet search engine name, right? He loved to say, you know, I only like to bring facts to the people, you know. I don't bring nothing more than facts. And then when you fact check your facts, it's not facts, you know, it's fiction.
Yeah, well, it have FAX and FACTS, huh?
So tell me what you doing, you faxing the facts?
It looks that way.
The facts not faxing?
Facsimile.
Facsimile. Here we go. Yeah? Folks, it's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics. On 95.9 FM. And streaming live on WZYU TV on YouTube. And WZYU 95.9 FM on Facebook. We're going to go for a quick break. And when we come back, folks, we're going to bring you information why I stated that I have withdrawn my call on Prime Minister Rowley to sanction I have withdrawn my call for condoning her behavior. I've withdrawn it. And I want the PNM, led by Prime Minister Rowley and Chairman Stuart Young, to support the PNM female bully in her behavior. And we're going to address that when we come back. Stick and stay. Of course, the Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics, with yours truly, Professor Warshid and Uncle Tommy, on 95.9 FM, and streaming live on WZYE TV, on YouTube, and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Revelation. He promised to fire next time. He promised to fire next time. He promised, he promised, he promised, he promised, he promised to fire next time. Next time. And who ain't dead, the bad wounded, who ain't dead, bad wounded, who ain't dead, the bad wounded. You're mocking pretender. I check your lyrics and I come for test you. Far too long, you're fooling the children, filling the head with brainwash education. Doomsday reach, wipe and the retreat, cause the children coming to take back the street. The power of the word in the conscious styling. Even the way for a brand new morning. I say the power of the word in the rap so styling. Rocking the roots of the vampire system. Talk it talk, you mock pretender. Talk it talk, you bloody deceiver. Talk it talk, you serpent master. Talk it talk, you friggin' oppressor. La da di da 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 la da di da 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 la da di da 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 la da di da da la da di da da la da di da da matter where reality bites and illusion shatter. Right down to the heart of the matter. Desire go bust and reality scatter. He promised to fire next time. He promised to fire next time. He promised, he promised, he promised, he promised, he promised to fire next time. Next time. And who ain't there, the badly wounded? Who ain't there, badly wounded? Who ain't there, the badly wounded? Who ain't there, badly wounded? Talk your talk, the mocking pretender. Check the lyrics and I come to test you far too long. You're fooling the children, filling the head with brainwash education. Doomsday reach, plan your retreat. The children coming to take up the street. The power of the wood, the just styling. I say the power of the wood, the rap so styling. Rocking the roots and the vampire system. Talk your talk, you fucking pretender. Talk your talk, you bloody deceiver. Talk your talk, you serpent master. Talk your talk, you friggin' oppressor. We're going right down to the heart of the matter. What is the matter? I can't seem to stop this ceaseless chatter. Chatter, only wrong in my head. Oh Lord, like they want me dead. Everybody talking, nobody listening. Oh my God, what's really happening? Chatter. What is the matter? Chatter, the ceaseless chatter. It's going right down to the heart of the matter. Everybody talking, nobody listening. Listen to yourself. Everybody talking, nobody listening. Nobody listening. Yes. Talk. Revelation.
Yep.
Tommy. Talk. And you hear them talk about the oppressors. Tommy, that song, the deceivers, the wicked. You know, wicked is a word that's very prevalent now in Trinidad and Tobago, you know.
Pretenders.
Brooklyn, what's your story? Welcome.
Wall Street, what's going on? Welcome. Tommy, good day, good day.
Good day,
Good
man.
day to you. Good day to you, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I yesterday watching this school panorama, right?
Uh,
And I see the start off with the primary school bands first, right? So 12 primary school band. So the last, not the last, the second to last band, I see Minister Stuart Young on stage.
Yeah.
So I said, what? I said, this man on the ground. I said, Stuart Young on the ground, if he could be on the panorama stage with the school panorama. I said, but he shocked me. Then they say his son playing in that school. So he the band with his son and thing. Next thing you know, I'm not watching the results. Boom, Stuart Young son band winner. I say, oh, God, them have power. Even in the school panorama, they use it politics.
Oh, God.
Just like that. Just like that.
Oh, God.
I say, oh, God, the wicked.
Oh,
Don't be the school children Wall Street. There's the punishing. Stuart Young son band with the panorama, the children panorama. Now, the song good. I ain't gonna say that. But the band that plays second place as a fan man really win the panorama. They have released the world. But because Stuart Young was on the stage and the power of the PNM that they corrupted, the poisoning, even down to the judges in the panorama for the children head, Stuart Young child win the panorama.
So Brooklyn.
What I call Wall Street.
Brooklyn, what are you saying? There must be them judges.
PNM judges in the panorama for children.
You had to bring back Shadow Song, boy. You had them judges jumping.
I call Wall Street.
Oh, God. What?
All
right, man. Bless.
All right.
What you tell me, boy?
Yeah, well, you know, but forever Panama has been tainted. I don't want to say corrupted. Tainted.
The judges had them jumping.
The whole thing, Trinidad is a comedy of errors.
No, but Tommy, you know, Tommy, people in Trinidad, let me say this, eh? It is my understanding, I believe that black people in Trinidad and Tobago do not want to hear the facts. Let me repeat that. It is my belief that let me qualify that. Let me rewind. It is my belief that many of the black people who support the PNM don't want to hear the truth about what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me repeat that. It is my belief. Tommy, you have your belief. It is my belief that many of the black people who support the PNM do not want to face up to the reality of what's happening to black people, the black PNM people in Trinidad and Tobago under Prime Minister Rowley. Tommy, and I will give you the facts, Tommy. What do you say, Tommy? Let me give you the facts first, Tommy. Let me give you the facts. In the history of Trinidad and Tobago, this is the history, eh? Under Prime Minister Rowley, we have the most amount of living below the poverty line. In the history, eh? 26% or more black people living.
You're breaking up.
Secondly, yeah, I know I'm breaking up. The internet buffering. Secondly, Tommy, the most unemployment, 18% of black people unemployed under Prime Minister Rowley. Third, the most amount of black students scoring under 50% in the SCA under Prime Minister Rowley. Fourth, and I'm going to stop here. If there was a murder Olympics in Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Rowley will get the gold and silver for the two highest murder rates in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Tommy, those are all facts. But many black PNM people don't want to hear those facts because it's like a dagger in the back. Dagger, not McCandle dagger. It's like a dagger in their back. Because they don't want the truth, you know. They want fiction, or for you to come like the pastor with the internet search engine name and mislead me. Mislead me now. And talk. All talk. Tommy, you can have your say.
Well, I think the corruption goes beyond the RPNM. I think as a society, the corruption is nothing new at all. And you have to actually show me a segment of the society that is not corrupted. Because it's across the board. I'll probably get licks for that, but I'll take it.
Who can fix that? Who can fix that, Tommy? Right today.
The citizenry.
Okay, the citizenry. And the government has no role to play. Hold on a minute. COP, welcome.
Good afternoon to you, Wall Street.
Good afternoon.
And good afternoon to you, Uncle Tony.
Good afternoon, Kunchi.
KFC, Kingsley. Good afternoon to you all. Brooklyn, good afternoon to you. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. I like that where Brooklyn recognize the politics in pan too, because it's sad and it's ugly. That is why today in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, culture gone right down. People could say what? They could say pan alive, they could say calypso alive, it gone right down. Nobody not going to no pan and no calypso, nothing. No pan, no calypso, nothing. Wall Street, it's amazing to see, especially in the African community. They know the corruption that's taking place. They know the misconduct in public office. They're seeing it every day. They know Dr. Rowley doing the worstest, not the worst, the worstest job. And they're keeping a blind eye to it. Just to have the PNM in power.
Wow, internet.
This is a fact. That is what happened in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. So in case all the tell us if I call in the radio station and call in Wall Street program just a propaganda, no, I'm not doing that. The sadness that the citizens face in this country, it is sad and it is sick. Politicians today in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Wall Street, them building empires, them creating a successful life for their children and them generation to come. Why is they using taxpayers' money to do that? For the past 8 years in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Rowley can't tell the citizens of this country what they benefited under his administration. What he do to improve people's life. What he do to improve the schools in this country, especially in all the PNM constituency. Dr. Rowley cannot tell us that. Dr. Rowley and the People's National Movement cannot explain the $500 billion, over $500 billion them spend. Them cannot explain to the citizens, 1.3 million people, what they did with that money. Today we see ministers, children, buying homes and renovating the home, and family members living luxury life. Why is the citizens of this country, who put them there? How disrespectful it is. Alison West, come on national television and telling the citizens what you could wear and what you can't wear.
See, can you imagine that, boy? In
the salary,
in 2024, you coming to tell people that, well,
what to wear.
what to wear, how low it could be. If you come with a face mask, we have to take off your
wardrobe away.
What?
And what we can't buy, them know what we have in we house. How rude and how disrespectful that is. And for especially for black people to take that and stomach that. It have some of the senior citizens. I am not putting no shame on them. Some of them cannot even wear shoes because they can't even bend down to cut the toenail and all these things. They have to wear slippers. Why taxpayers give them to buy the clothes, traveling allowance, and we still give them a pay a card to go all over the world and carry the family?
See your peer breaking up.
Laws, and a government who care about we. That is a government who care. Uncle.
See your peer break.
I always want to say.
Go ahead, you break it up. Go ahead.
I always want to say. Let me. And since the internet is giving us a little problem, so we'll just hold on while he gets reloaded. He's buffering. He is buffering.
There's a PNM, you keep a blind eye towards it. And if there's a UNC and you talk about it, they say they're just trying to make the government look bad. That's what they say. And that's how people think, you know.
Correct.
Wall Street, I looked on listening to your program.
Yeah, man.
Take this, take 10 out of 10 out of this program. And that interview you had the other day with Gary Griffith, take 10 out of 10 for that too.
Thank you. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. We just, all in a sudden, they just kicked me out just so, Tommy.
I see.
Yeah, but Tommy, you know, the government have a call up press conference to tell people what they could wear in a country. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
People getting murdered. Oh, Tommy, I missed this one, Tommy. I missed the other one. 100 scholarships awarded for Cape 2023. 100, Tommy. 100. Approximately 72% of the people were of Indian descent. And we have a black prime minister in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah? Yeah? And black people just sitting down there and taking that and making excuses. Why? Tommy, why it is that almost every economical category in Trinidad and Tobago, black people is at the bottom of the ladder. You know what? People like Mr. Rooster and the pastor with the internet search engine name and the PNM female bully go tell you? You know what they go tell you, Tommy? It's the people's fault. They're lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to work. They're not interested in working. They want to just sit on the block and lime. Yeah? That is what it is. Let me quickly go to the chat here, Tommy.
Do so.
Captain Singh say, why not use prisoners to clean drains and clean bush walls? Captain Singh, that is a brilliant idea. I think they do it, you know.
The only thing is that knowing the way the place corrupt, many of the prisoners would probably not be going back into jail right away.
Tommy, Tommy, you mean they go run away? You mean the prisoner officers and them go let them run away?
I know the officers gonna let them, but I don't want to incriminate any of them.
But Tommy, to have a prison officer incriminate other people in his video. You see the video, right? The video with the prison officer who talk about the jammers in the prison.
Yes.
Yeah. Boy, Trinidad. And you know what? We have something here with Trinidad and the Corruption Perception Index. We go play that. Because, excuse me, since we are talking about that. So Lana says you are Ansem, you are correct. JB says Spanish from Beetham has died from a heart attack, former leader of Rasta City. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
You remember Spanish?
Yeah, of course I remember Spanish. Okay, Lana, I'm gonna look at that. JB say Pastor Google say you doing law. That's a good thing we doing law. Caribbean Soul, welcome. Caribbean Soul says, I give up on complaining about crime because the party that's in power, their supporters don't care about themselves nor their race, so I will just sit back and let it pass me. Okay. JB Appa said, tell the PNM lies and they're happy. Caribbean Soul said, Wall Street is true, just amazing. And you're right, mostly the PNM Africans, not all the Africans. Yeah. Correct is right. Sharon, welcome, Sharon. Sharon Dongs. Sharon, where are you joining us from, Sharon?
Sharon, welcome.
Welcome. Sharon says, so what you're saying, Stuart Young's son's school panorama did not play good? I don't think that's what he's saying, you know.
Because right? That he said that the band that came second should have come first. That's what he said.
Yeah. He didn't say anything that the band didn't play good, Sharon. You know, Sharon, we had to listen with both ears, you know. He never said that the band didn't play good.
And that was his opinion, eh? Because we didn't hear it.
Yes, it just was kind of suspicious that the Minister of Energy shows up on stage with his son band. And at the end, when the result comes out,
they won.
You know, listen, we have to really, I'm not questioning anything, eh? I didn't know Brooklyn bring it up. But I think, Tommy, it could, you could look at it kind of cokey-eyed, so to speak.
Yep, it could be suspect.
Yeah, it could be suspect. You could kind of look at it sideways. Right? So maybe, Tommy, the best thing to have done would have been the Minister of Energy be incognito until the results comes out.
That's right.
And then he goes on the stage with his son band. Well, no, they could have said the same thing too. so I don't know. I know what to say about that one, Tommy. I know what to say about that one. But that's how we are in Trinidad. We're suspicious of everything. They have made the people a suspicious society.
Absolutely, because in the past, so many things has happened.
Yeah, they have made the people suspicious of almost everything as far as the government is concerned. Right? So whatever it is, even though it may not have politics in it, people think, you know what? That have politics in it. Yeah, KFC. KFC, your family was in any band, any school band?
Nah, but that look also like so like he was quite the judges there, the like PNM judges, the crop in the whole system right now.
Oh God.
So that's with Tunji, Kingsley, would block everybody, tab and kill everybody, right? Think it's expensive.
Bless.
Wall Street,
Yeah.
1.9, man.
Nah, they had a little something today, man. They had a little something today. So we had the preemptors just for today.
Well, I look on, let's take any good program, man.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
All the time. Yeah, Tommy. In the past 9 years, we have become a cynical society.
But I thought it started long before 9 years, you know.
Well, it could have, but we have become more cynical. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
We are our cynically highest, if we could say such a thing. You understand? Because, Tommy, for the life of me, what I cannot understand is this. Why many black PNM people are sitting idly by and seeing their own people suffer peacefully, boy, under their government, and they're staying silent. Tommy, you remember last week Sunday, we called for PNM Gemma to get an award,
That's
cultural icon award.
That's right.
Even PNM Gemma says she don't want no award. Imagine that. Them not calling for PNM Gemma to get no award, you know. We calling for that because she deserves it. Not because she's a PNM.
She was a trailblazer.
Them not calling for that. Why? Because it's my government, boy. I can't make my government look bad. Even PNM Gemma don't want to call. PNM Gemma say, no, only leave me out of that. I don't want no award. I good. Yeah? Caribbean Soul said, Tommy, but it's not like the supporters getting a cut of voting based on corruption, because the voting base don't get nothing from that.
Agree.
Caribbean Soul says, so we might want to say it's corruption, but we allow it to happen. Okay. Gang boss from the Beatum Spanish has died of cardiac arrest. Wall Street, can you enlighten us on the new COVID wave that's hitting America right now? PNM sabotage. Tommy, I don't know. I really haven't heard, at least in New Jersey, about no COVID wave. Have you?
Nope.
Caribbean Soul in New Jersey, I really haven't heard of anything with respect to a COVID wave hitting Jersey. And plus, Tommy, I'll be honest with you, CNN and MSNBC and all them news stories and them, I kind of tune them out.
Well, look, you'll be a brother in that, because I don't want to hear from none of them, really.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear from them, man. I don't want to hear from them, because all I'm doing is bringing the same news. You know, Fox go bring one side, CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, all of them will bring on next side.
All sanitized.
All sanitized. Correct is right. So, Tommy, I want to get back to a statement I made earlier. And I stated that I no longer want the PNM. I have stated previously that the PNM is condoning the behavior of Julia Davie. And I asked the question, is this behavior acceptable to Prime Minister Rowley and Chairman Stuart Young? And why have they been silent on her behavior? I am saying today, Tommy, I don't want the PNM to admonish Julia Davie for her behavior. I don't want it no more. I want the PNM, led by Prime Minister Rowley, to endorse Julia Davie's behavior. Yes, Tommy. Tommy, why you murmuring? Why?
Okay.
I want them to endorse the behavior. What's wrong with that, Tommy?
No, well, I mean, you've gone 180 degrees.
I made a 180 degree shift on Julia Davies' behavior. I want them to endorse the behavior. All right? Because I think that is the right thing for Prime Minister Rowley to do. Your number one activist, endorse the behavior. Yeah? We want to look at two things with respect to Julia Davies' behavior. All right? And not only that, but Tommy, you know something? You know, I'm going to give Julia Davies a PhD today.
Okay.
You know that?
All right.
And here is the PhD I'm going to give her. Listen to this first, and I'm going to tell you why.
Paging Dr. Mashup. Dr. Mashup, you are needed in the Fed emergency ward immediately. I said immediately.
Hey, pull up!
I am giving Julia Davies a PhD today. And here is why I'm giving Julia Davies a PhD. The number one PNM activist that I rescinded my call to the PNM to discipline Julia Davies. I no longer, and I'm doing it publicly. Let me go solo for that, Tommy.
Go ahead.
Let me go solo. I, Professor Wall Street, Anselm Leborn, I am rescinding my call for the PNM to discipline their number one activist, Julia Davies, for her diabolical, disrespectful, ad hominem behavior. I no longer want the PNM to discipline Julia Davies. I want the PNM under Prime Minister Rowley and Chairman Stuart Young to endorse Julia Davies' behavior. I'm no longer calling for you guys to discipline her. As she continues to get out of hand, I want you all to endorse her. When she talks about the UNC between 2010 and 2015 ran an apartheid regime, I want you all to endorse that behavior. When she talks about Basdeo Panday between 1995 and 2001 ran an apartheid regime, I want the PNM to endorse that behavior. Do not condone Julia Davies' behavior. I am taking it back. I am taking it back publicly. I want the PNM to continue to support Julia Davies and her behavior 100%. 100%. Right? So here it is.
Paging Dr. Mashup. Dr. Mashup, you are needed in the Fed emergency ward immediately. I said immediately.
Hey, pull up!
All right.
So Tommy, I want to give you a little synopsis of Julia Davies' behavior. You want a little synopsis?
Go ahead.
Right? This is just a little synopsis. Listen to this.
Tell Wall Street today.
Okay.
Your minds stink and dirty.
I don't know where you're going.
Your minds stink and dirty, Wall Street, for individual, Mr. Rukas. Let me tell you something, eh? It takes a lot of energy from an individual. I want you to listen to me carefully now, Mr. Ruka. Listeners and viewers, I want you all to listen to me carefully what I'm saying here. Mr. Ruka, when the day comes, each and every one of us as individuals, we have things to do, right? As a matter of our daily life. So we have our domestic issues to attend to. We have our business issues to attend to.
We are
a lot from a person, you know. Yeah. And this is separate from what I just described to you as individuals, what we have to do in our personal, with our personal time, you know. So, to my mind, Wall Street had to be a real stinking, nasty, dirty-minded individual every day to just want to be on a man case Wait, like man? I had to ask because you had to like Rowley. And Rowley's a man. You had to like Rowley.
I want to add two other presenters to that, you know, but you go ahead. We could have another two following him down that rabbit hole, you know. And notice they're making statement that trips the law of defamation.
Mr. Ruka, listeners and viewers, it would appear that Stink Mine
look at management. Look, management.
Attacking Pastor Google. Attacking Pastor Google. Attacking because
I thought it was management walking. Where management?
He talk about he talk about three people, and he zeroed down to two for now. But I knew that the other person that he was referring to was Pastor Google. But you see, problem. The man have a jealousy issue with Pastor Google's program because it is a well listened to program as well. Google runs a very good shift, and he have a problem with this program. So here's Stink Mine, Wall Street, and he jealousy. Hear him. Oh, Rowley is responsible for Mr. Ruka and Juliet. And it is Rowley and the PNM that encourage both of us to be calling Kamala's regime an apartheid regime and Pandey regime and apartheid regime and said nothing about it. Also of this issue with Stink Mine Wall Street. I want to close off this by also adding Mr. Ruka. We have no local standard, as it will, in the PNM.
None
we do
whatsoever.
not belong to no party branch. We do not belong to a constituency executive. We don't belong to no general council.
I ain't sure about you.
No, I
Of course, you have to go to the Republic.
So, Tommy, you see why I have now changed, and I'm taking it back publicly. I want the PNM to endorse that type of behavior. No longer do I want them to condone that behavior. I want them now, Tommy, that when the PNM hear that kind of behavior, right, they just stay silent and don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Because I think that's good for the PNM. I know you might think otherwise, Tommy, because, you know, she is the PNM #1 activist. But Tommy, let me tell you, this is just an next example of the type of behavior I want the PNM to continue to endorse. Listen to these same individuals. Listen to this.
Play it.
I don't think that's nice about Indian people. I am sorry. That is why they have to go to all those sectors and take all kind of enhancement, enhance front, enhance back. Oh, no, they stop it. I said stop it. I said to stop it. Talk about black people in this country. They wanted to refer person at the laboratory. And I don't think that's nice about Indian people. I am sorry. That is why they have to go to all those sectors and take all kind of enhancement, enhance front.
I want you again to play over that clip. Play over that clip for the listening public. The racist comment that was condoned, and the woman who sat there, the PRO of the Women's League, Sean Felix, she's the one who controls the operation there. She have the control there and saying about turn off mic when you can just press the knob and turn off the mic. You don't want to turn off the mic. You want that to play on and play on because you're pleasing Dr. Rowley. That is what they want to hear. Race talk, race talk, race talk. Let's hear the racist comment. Let's hear.
I don't think that's nice about Indian people. I am sorry. That is why they have to go to all those sectors and take all kind of enhancement, enhance front, enhance back. Oh, no, they stop it. I said stop it. I said to stop it. Talk about black people in this country. They wanted to refer person at the laboratory. And I don't think that's nice about Indian people. I am sorry. That is why they have to go to all those sectors and take all kind of enhancement, enhance.
Tommy,
wow.
That's why I want the PNM to continue to endorse Julia Davis' behavior. Wow. I don't want them to do otherwise. I really don't. And I'm very serious about that. As she continues to escalate with her behavior, I want them to continue to endorse her behavior.
Paging Dr. Mashup. Dr. Mashup, you are needed in the Fed emergency ward immediately. I said immediately.
Hey, pull up! You know, Tommy, I remembered something, eh? You know how I came up with that Dr. Mashup part 2 for her? You know, Tommy, you know that program that I just played here?
Yes.
She mashed up that program, right? She
Yeah.
used to do that program with a woman called Melba. She mashed up that program. She used to do that program with Devon Welch. She mashed up that program. You know, she used to be on our next program, Mr. Rooster 91.92, right? She mashed up that program too. And then they make back up again. So that's why I came up with, it seemed to me that whatever Julia Davy put her hands on, it does mash up. So the only conclusion that I could come to, she got a PhD in mashup.
Paging Dr. Mashup. Dr. Mashup, you are needed in the Fed emergency ward immediately. I said immediately.
Hey, pull up! That's it. And Tommy, that's it for that. Time to move on. Yeah?
That's it for that, because she says that is thinking whatever.
Yeah, that's why Tommy, I want the PNM to continue to endorse that type of behavior by Julia Davy. I think that will help the PNM drastically. What do you think, Tommy?
I need to give it serious thought, because I'm trying to figure out how to help them, yeah?
Because, Tommy, if you have, you know, people that say the Prime Minister Rowley is a bully, right?
Yes.
Right? And many people have said that Julia Davy is the PNM female bully. So, you know, bullies could hang out together in a China shop. Right? So if you have a China shop on Charlotte Street, for example, bullies could hang out together in that, you know, this is a bully in a China shop. You know what I mean? They could hang up together. So my thing is that, why should you call on the PNM, Prime Minister Rowley, and the chairman, Stuart Young, right? If the PNM is condoning that type of behavior, right? And I tell myself, I say, nah, well, let the PNM support that type of behavior. You understand? But Tommy, you know, Caribbean Soul, you know, you have a very a good thing there, you know, children that be listening also. Tommy, what about if she has kids and they listen to how their mother getting on the radio? What do you think about that?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm thinking about a lot of things now, man. Yeah, I'm working hard here today.
Yeah, you think them kids go sit down and say, boy, look how good my mother carrying on, look how good my mother doing this and my mother doing that. You think so, boy? Oh, Tommy, let me move it from the realm of just kids in Trinidad and Tobago who listens to her program. Eh? And those 2 videos that I played, and people listen to that.
I'm not sure young people would want to listen to that kind of stuff, you know.
No, I agree. I don't think young people want to listen to that. Young people don't want to listen to them they want to play them type of games. I agree. They don't want to listen to that.
Young people are much more astute than we think.
Let me go ahead. I think I got, let me see if I got, hold on, let me see if I got some voice notes here. I think I have some voice notes. Hold on a minute. Let me see here. Okay, let me see. I got a voice note here. Hold on.
Wall Street, I forgot to tell you, pull up the picture too. with the special students and them, and watch who is the special student and them. 70-something, 80-something out of them, out of the 100 is East Indian, and the special student and them, none of them can be African people and them, and that's what the PNM people them like. So they don't have no African, no special African children.
So me boy, we in a sad place, you know.
Well, all I could say is that look like we need to have all of them migrate.
I don't know, boy. I don't know. We're in a sad place. But Tommy, I want to go to Pastor Google again. The man, the pastor with the internet search engine name. And why?
So you're giving Miss Davies more fodder.
No. I'll leave her. I'm done with her.
Yeah, but when you go to Pastor Google, that's feeding right down for Ali again.
No, but it is important, Tommy, when we see hypocrisy, that we call out hypocrisy. I think if you are in the media, you're supposed to try your best. Try it. I'm not saying that you're always going to be, but to be as truthful, as transparent as you can. Right? I want you guys to listen to this.
But you know, this situation with Miss Nunez Teixeira, right? So there was a poll done by a television station to people on the street, asking people on the street what are their thoughts about Miss Teixeira's actions. I want to play for you some of the statements that was made by persons, you know what I mean, on the street now, and how they felt about Miss Teixeira's behavior, climbing the fence. You know, this morning I come into work and I hear them fellas and them on the pavement creating a whole calypso, a whole song on Miss Teixeira's actions. Really sad, you know. It's really, I think it's disgraceful. But again, you know, when I talk, I shouldn't say it. Well, I will say it. It's disgraceful. Miss Teixeira's actions was really, really distasteful. Just like how I will say the police officer who knocked on the man's phone out of hand was distasteful and uncalled for and nasty. I'll say the same thing. So I want to show you, if you come on the live, I want you to come on here.
Tommy, I don't like hypocrisy. Listen to the same man who's saying what Karen Nunez Teixeira did was distasteful and disgraceful. Right? That's the words you use, right, Tommy?
Yep.
Distasteful and disgraceful. Listen to that same fella. Listen to that same fella.
I just want to say this to you. In 1995, a certain prime minister of this country, right, was charged with 5 accounts of sexual
harassment.
But you know what? You know what? You don't know about that. You don't want to talk about that. Don't talk about that.
I told them
that is insensitive at this point in time. But you know, you want to call out the sitting prime minister about something that you don't have any evidence about.
Tommy, a dead man who cannot defend himself. You are coming to national radio and talking about sexual harassment way back when. And the worst of it, you are a pastor and you talking about disgraceful and distasteful. Boy, you know.
So what happened? What happened to that Me Too era that he's referring to, where every woman was accusing some man of sexual harassment.
You forget about that. You forget about that. You forget about that. Conveniently, you forget about that. You understand? So that's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you. When you look at these guys and them, when you look at them, they're hypocritical, deceitful, and disingenuous. They're in HDD. They're wicked and evil, just like this RPNM government. I said it. You want to say Karen Nunes Teixeira is disrespectful? What is this? Let me get it correct. Eh? Disrespectful and distasteful. But when you defiling a dead man name, that's not disrespectful and distasteful. Oh, what a tangle web we weave when we try to deceive. Eh?
Tell you.
You see, Tommy? When we come, we don't come and throw things up on the wall and see where go stick, right? We come with the facts. And the facts are stubborn thing. You see, that's why people like Julia Davy have to do ad hominem attacks. They cannot attack the facts, but they will attack the individual. You know, there is a quote that says, oh God, let me see if I still had this quote up here, Tommy. I think I removed it, you know. Let me see if I have it up here. No, I removed it. Let me see. Let me try this other one here. No, I didn't. I removed it. I gotta look for that quote in my thing. It talks about when a person starts to cuss in a discussion, right? You know that you have had them. You know, call you all kind of nasty and derogative names. You know, but boy, listen, it's Chumaka Clavante I grew up, you know. Huh? Yeah, Chumaka Clavante. So, you know, it's fair game. Fair game. Fair game. So Tommy, we have more information. We have more information too, you know. Tommy, you remember this situation that happened, and we're gonna do that after the break. Oh, Tommy, I want your opinion on this.
Go ahead.
I read this on, I will say, I'm trying to be impeccable with my words. The biggest failure as a minister in Trinidad and Tobago is this gentleman. And he's the representative for the constituency that I resided while I lived in Trinidad and Tobago. That's Laventille West. And he put this, I will call it an editorial, on his Facebook page. And I had also double check it to make sure it was him. So it's on the screen. And this is Fitzgerald Hines. And based on the history, Tommy, other than the current ministry, the minister of, as another current ministry as Minister of National Security, every position Fitzgerald Hines have had as a minister, he have been reassigned, or let's say he's been reassigned, all of them, except the one he's currently in. And that is to be continued. You know, like a soap opera to be continued.
Mm-hmm.
So listen to what he put on his Facebook page. Even as the dust refuses to settle on the spot where Karen Stormer Teixeira and a grinning dashboard pet, you hear that? A grinning dashboard pet called Tim landed over the people fence and where she got ladders and a slight rip on the butt of her soiled pants. A number of fundamental questions arise. Is Karen all right? Is she a lonely, unhappy soul crying out for attention? Is she simply a restless political busybody? Is she living in a political cloud cuckoo land? Is she more spiteful and bitter than politically sweet? Further, what does Karen, Watson Duke, Philip Alexander, David Naked, and G-String G, you hear that? G-String G and Big Mouth from Room 102 have in common? What is it about our society that attracts this ungainly and off-tail bunch of strange cookies to feel they want to lead you and your country in Trinidad and Tobago? If you met them all by Queen's Hall, where would you surmise that they all just came from? This is from a Minister of National Security in Trinidad and Tobago. You see why Patrick Manning never made that guy a minister? You see why? Never made him a minister. And the only thing Patrick Manning did was to make him a junior minister. And it is why he have had several ministerial posts that have been unable to see through the end. And this is what we have as a Minister of National Security in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Tommy, if I am a youth and I reading this, what do I get out of this?
Boy.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. You understand? And it's the same fella who stated previously, all of them from the same dirty, murky lagoon. You know what? A lagoon.
Of course.
Tell me, do we like it so, boy? Seriously, do we like it so, or is just we are, or is it Pekong? Is it Pekong?
Well, Pekong morphed into real life.
Okay, explain that a little bit.
Well, the culture is one of Pekong. But when we look at the way life is carried out or carried on, it mimics, or should I say, it emulates a lot of the Pekong.
So we could use Pekong and say, well, it's just Pekong, right? We could like G-String G. You think that's Pekong from the Minister of National Security?
Well, I'm sure he thinks it's Pekong.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I want to think that, learning from you, Tommy, that as a Minister of National Securities, you have to be impeccable with your words.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, any representative is supposed to be impeccable with their word.
Correct.
Once you represent people, you should
Any representative should be very impeccable with their words. And it goes to show you why the ministry with the most problems in Trinidad and Tobago is headed by the most incompetent minister that we have ever had as a Minister of National Security.
But like you always say, the fish rottens not from the tail.
Correct is right. the fish doesn't rotten from the tail. It rottens from the head. And let me repeat that. It is why the past 2 years we have had the first and the second highest murder rate in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. And it goes to show you how Patrick Manning, God rest his soul, was a genius, a political genius, to never give that fella a ministry to run.
And in his descriptive as to what type of leadership we would have gotten with the leadership we currently have, he was on point too.
On point, fully on point. So folks, we're going to go for a quick station break. We'll be right back. It's Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with yours truly, Uncle Tommy, yours truly, Professor Walshett, and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM and streaming live on WZYE TV as well as WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. We'll be right back after this break.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you up. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody's son brain. Who take the F out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turn.
La da da da, badang bang. That is how me cars go badang bang. Every time I hit a pothole, must pass inspection. Check all the brakes and suspension. Road so bad, mashing up my car, but they want to charge for inspection. Sticker Trinidad. It's not a real place. Yes, we have a big bitch lake by the road, and damn it never paid. It's not a real place. Protest for that you would never see unless it's ketchup in KFC. It's not a real place. La da da. What Jamaica partner tell me what a one. I go and beg boy, he said no boy. 5 months calling Wassa, fix the pipe by the savannah. Water wasting, no look what go on. I can't wash my head or me ding dong. It's not a real place. Coming to cut if your bill not clear. Paying for water, you're getting air. It's not a real place. Only place in the world you go see when the pipe water brown like morphine. It's not a real place. La da da. If you hear me gas tank ball, I ready put in all. No free drop again. This thing making me shame. Ever since the subsidy a real place. Can't afford gas too high. Best I buy a horse and learn to ride. It's not a real place. Used to think God was Trini, but I feel he moved to our next country. Trinidad. Yeah. It's not a real place. La, da, da. Do-do. That's the sound of gunshot. Do-do. Right now, Trinidad hot. Top 10 will ranking with crime. Nowhere safe because of them slime. Murder, robbery, and crime. Look, the thief me jockey shorts off the line. Trinidad. It's not a real place. The Minister of National Security say it's not he walk to fight crime, you see. Trinidad. It's not a real place. Bless land, it was so nice. Heaven on earth, a sweet paradise. It's not a real place. La, da, da.
We're back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street on WZYE 95.9 FM, streaming live on WZYE TV on YouTube and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. You can go over there, folks, to see what Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street look like. If you don't know what we look like, you can get a good idea of what we look like. Tommy, the man said Trinidad.
It's not a real place.
It's not a real place. There's a 2024 Calypso. You know?
Well,
2024.
And I don't blame it.
But Tommy, you feel Calypso dead in Trinidad and Tobago?
No.
But I don't hear no Calypso singing about what's going on in the country, you know. I thought the Calypsonians were the messengers.
Well, they still are the messengers, except that if the message is too riveting towards the powers that be, that they get no love.
So what you're saying that Calypsonians have stopped using UPS, FedEx, DHL, TT Post?
Maybe they have no choice but to stop.
Tommy, I thought Calypsonians were supposed to be the messengers, man.
Yeah, but the message could get them, could keep them starving at times.
Mm. You're casting on the government because the government will starve you. The government will victimize you.
If you want to eat, you have to do what it takes.
You have to fall in line.
That's right.
If you want to eat that food, you have to fall in line.
Starve.
Oh God, Tommy says starve. Oh, Tommy, is that bad, Tommy?
I heard it from some of them. If you sing your own calypso, you could wind up.
Tommy, did you hear about where could they wind up, Tommy? Wind up where?
On the bread line.
Oh God. So you mean to say that you have to sing pro-government songs, or else it's starvation for you?
That's what it seems like.
Is that the way it's supposed to be, Tommy?
How often you hear Lady Gypsy calypsos?
You know, that's a very valid point. I just said that. Let me get him a lyrics, a little bit of lyrics from Lady Gypsy. I just said that. Let me get him.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much of one thing, good for nothing. Too much a good thing, never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up we PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost their hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring me bell, wake up Eric Williams, tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring me bell, wake up Mother Cornhucks, tell she to cast a spell on we party, not what it used to be. I ring my bell.
You know, Tommy, we have resurrected that song, right?
Of course.
Because that song, they stopped playing that song on radio, They stopped,
And you're surprised?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Why should you? We censoring calypsos now, right? But Tommy, did you see the incident that happened? Did you hear of the incident that happened with Pennywise? So here it is.
Pennywise has pulled back on its decision to not pay workers who've been with the company for less than 4 years for their lunch and break times. Since the notice was given to the workers, there's been a public outcry over the matter. The company, in a media report, confirmed the decision had been taken due to rising costs arising out of the increase of the minimum wage. In a public statement today, Pennywise said management received several calls from concerned citizens about the change, and they say it was inadvertently made to its employees' terms and conditions. The company has reverted to paying all staff for their 1-hour lunch and 15-minute break, which are perks in their contract. Pennywise says it received advice from its industrial relations consultant as it seeks to continue to comply with the provisions of the Minimum Wages Act and other labor laws. Effective January 1st, 2024, government increased the minimum wage from $17.15 to $20.50.
Imagine that, Tommy.
Yep.
But you know whose footsteps that falls on, right? You know whose footsteps?
Whose footsteps?
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Poor. Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap,
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity. And of course, if one wants to take advantage of opportunities that are made available, one has to prepare oneself, right, to make the sacrifice, to make the effort, because out of effort will come reward. So it's not a simple up and down situation. It is that you have a target of ensuring that no one is left behind and that there's opportunity for everyone to move up.
One of the things.
Oh, yeah.
So
Tommy,
if we make Pennywise rich, Pennywise will then turn around and help the poor, right? Is that correct?
I don't know if it's correct, but in line with what the Prime Minister is saying, that would make sense. But except if what he's saying makes sense at all.
So, based on his statement, you would expect Pennywise to not make the decision to cut out that hour and 15 minutes, right?
Correct.
If the scenario is for you to make the rich richer so they can help the poor, right? You really think Pennywise thinking about trying to make them poor people a little more
secure?
A little more secure? Eh?
The actions doesn't keep that as a goal in mind, because it clearly shows that they are upset at the fact that the minimum wage has increased.
Tommy, what do you think is going to end up now? Somebody is going to have to pay the piper. Because Pennywise now have to pay more in salaries. Just like in property tax. If I am have to pay more in salaries, Tommy, and I have to pay more in property tax, what is eventually going to happen?
You have to pass it on to you.
You know, Tommy, I tell you, I put you in the box. I want you to stay the same wattage with everybody else.
All right, I will.
Why are you trying to illuminate yourself over everyone else, Tommy? Why?
Lord.
I don't get it.
All right, I'll do what your wishes are. All right, I would stay the same wattage.
Stay the same wattage, man. You're going above or way above.
All right, sir. Okay, Professor.
Yeah, but Tommy, there is more, Tommy. There is more. There is more. First of all, let me go back. Let me play this again for the people on them. I want this to sink in for you. I want this to sink in. Let me.
Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap, you know?
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity. And of course, if one wants to take advantage of opportunities that are made available, one has to prepare oneself, right, to make the sacrifice, to make the effort, because out of effort will come reward. So it's not a simple up and down situation. It is that you have a target of ensuring that no one is left behind and that there's opportunity for everyone to move up.
One of the things.
No, Tommy. Here is the other video. Right? Tommy boy, I don't know, I don't know.
$100 all you go charge to change a check, boy? All the employers going mad or what? All you taking advantage of poor people? It's small money people working for long hours. I didn't mind if you all charge $25, But $100 to change a check just because somebody don't have a bank account? Nah, man, that wickedness, man. Just because the government raised minimum wage a few stinking dollars, all you taking advantage of people? Nah, man, all you have to do better than that. All you have to do better than that.
Tommy.
Wow.
It is okay. I don't have a problem based on... No, the Prime Minister's statement is that he don't have a problem making the rich richer so they can help the poor. You don't have a bank account to change your check. You get a check for the week for $250. Let me say $400. For $400 for the week, Tommy.
I have to pay $100 to change it.
You had $100 to change it. Prime Minister is right. He had no problem making the rich richer. He's absolutely correct, Tommy. He don't have no problem making the rich richer. He just was wrong when he had on the second part. Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Help the poor.
To help the poor. Yeah. He should have stopped right when he said he don't have no problem making the rich richer. You think them fellas and them want to help the poor? The property tax, Tommy. When I had to pay.
Yes, they want to help. They want to help keeping them in poverty.
Oh, Tommy, please stop it. Can you stay at the wattage you're supposed to stay at?
All right.
You're going outside of your wattage, Tommy. I put you in a box with some 75 watt bulbs and you going all the way up to 1,000 watts. Please.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. You're getting more upset now, man.
All right. I wouldn't get you upset.
Don't get me upset this day. Things going nice. So,
All
Tommy, you said that they want to keep them in the position that they are in, Tommy. You actually said that?
If you're gonna help them, that's the help that I could see. I don't know. Maybe I'm blind.
Tommy, are you saying you want to keep them in a dependency syndrome? Is that what you are saying, Tommy? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm asking the question.
You want me to change what I said?
No, I just want to make sure that is, that's exactly what you said.
What I'm saying is that they're supposedly being helped. The help that they're getting is to make sure that they never rise up, that they stay poor and polite.
Oh God, Tommy, all right. Tommy, Caribbean so wants to know who is Mother Cornhucks. Isn't that like trying to paraphrase something? I don't know what Mother Cornhucks is, though. I don't know. Caribbean Soul, I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
yeah,
I want to think it's one of them old tales.
Oh, a parable or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably a parable or something like that. It's one of them old.
I wonder if I could Google that, boy. Let me see if I could try and Google that.
Let me do that.
Yeah, Caribbean Soul, we're gonna look for it. Let me see if we could find it. Poor connection network there. Let's try here. Nah. Caribbean Soul, you put me to work there, boy. My phone get a poor network connection. Still trying to connect. Let me see if I could try it over here. My phone have a bad internet connection. It didn't connect them. So let me get back to the Pennywise situation. This Pennywise situation, right? I mean, from the time I hear it, I hear people saying, oh God, Pennywise wicked, Pennywise this. Pennywise is basically following the edits of the Prime Minister's statement. The Prime Minister said he do have a problem making the rich richer. That's what he said. So why you could be upset with Pennywise if they're trying to save money?
Let me tell you about Mother Cornhawks.
Yes.
Legacy of Mother Cornhawks. Okay, surrounded by the dense forest, the St. Anthony Catholic Healing School, established by legendary healer and reputed Obeah woman Mother Cornhawks, died 16 years after her death. The school of the adjoining chapel at Edward Trace in Basseterre, Moruga used to be frequented by people seeking help for personal and spiritual problems. It was where Lenny Catherine Brizan, better known as Mother Cornhawks, practiced her medicinal arts and, according to popular local legend, mastered the witchcraft which made her one of TNT's most feared personalities. This month marked 16 years since Brizan died. Her abandoned estate was inherited by her nephew Noel Borneo, who lives in the United States. So, in a nutshell, Mother Cornhawks was a reputed healer, Obeah woman, used to help people out.
So, Caribbean Soul, there you have it. When you come on Sunday Talk, you get answers. When you ask, that's a good question, you know.
She practiced medicinal arts and Obeah, witchcraft. She mastered the witchcraft, which made her one of TNT's most feared personalities.
Yep. There we go. Mother Cornhawks, boy. Now we all know who Mother Cornhawks is. When Lady Gypsy refers to Mother Cornhawks. Bob says, Bob, welcome. The rich will create opportunities for the poor. The rich will create opportunities for the poor. Poor opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
We should make sure that they stay in poverty.
Correct is right. Yeah. And of course, Captain Singh says, Wars, I have no problem with that either. Wars are no, Captain Singh are no problem. But we know Captain Singh. Captain Singh is our UNC. We could say that here. Captain Singh is our UNC. And we love everybody. But Captain Singh, you had to pick a side, man. Yeah, Tommy. So that is what we have. We have Tommy. Where's that? The Prime Minister is saying one thing, and 50% of what he's saying becomes the 100%. You get that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because Pennywise and them not in the business to make poor people get out of poverty. They want to keep them there so they could continue to pay them minimum wage, right? So they could stay in that dependency syndrome.
And they vex the minimum wage get a little boost.
Correct is right. You know, Tommy, I want to ask a question. Do you believe that the black voters who vote for the PNM and living below the poverty line, that the PNM wants to keep them in that poverty-stricken syndrome rather than to take them out of poverty so they can continue to vote for them?
If you take them out of poverty, they will start to think differently and may not support the PNM anymore.
No, not Tommy. Tommy, I understand you. I understand you. Are you saying, Tommy, that a strategy by the RPNM is to keep certain black voters who support the PNM and living below the poverty line in that same stratosphere so they could continue to support the PNM?
Well, I would want to think not, but the reality is that those who are in the impoverished areas that support the PNM continues to support them regardless of what, even though they're being ignored.
But Tommy, also could it be that if you work in CPEP, URP, or you have a government job, and the government putting food on your table, and you decide to go against the government, that you could suffer the consequences of your actions?
That too.
So then it's better you just stay silent then. And continue to take whatever you get.
And suffer silently.
Suffer silently, correct. I don't know. I don't know, Tommy. Seriously, I don't know.
You don't know, and I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, KFC.
Good afternoon, Washi. Good afternoon, Mr. Tommy. Mora Koda.
Yeah.
Hello, the guy Mora.
Who's that?
The spirit, Jaro Badi.
Mora Kono.
Mora Kono.
Where that?
Talk about the guy really going for a chicken.
Yeah, you know. Koibeso last a real good question. Who's Mora Konox, you know?
Yeah.
And we kind of look up Mora Konox, boy. Mora Konox will be a woman, yes?
You feel he paid. This paid right now. You feel the natural. You know when the prison officer what get gone down there, you know the Minister of National Security, you know, they come out with no statement, nothing at all.
Nah, I thought he made a statement, man. No, you sure he make no statement, KFC?
You mean if you make a statement, but I up to now me make no statement. Me I talk about the news nothing.
Yeah, I thought I saw something on his Facebook page. I thought I ain't sure. I thought I saw something on his Facebook page. He may have.
You go like to me on that now.
Yeah, man. All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I take a bye Morocco, but I feel like I take a bye Morocco. I take a this Eve. Go let's buy.
Morocco gone through already by 16 years since she gone through.
You see, like Morocco gone, you know. You gotta go by your family, KFC. Yeah. KFC gone. Yeah. But you know, that is interesting, boy. Morocco boy. Wait, let me hear what she really say, boy. Let me hear what she said to me. You don't have, I hear it, but you don't ever pay no attention.
She used to deal with spiritual arts, Obia. Spiritual help. If you want spiritual help. Oh, you mean the Calypso?
Yeah, let me listen to the Calypso and hear what she said. Let me hear what she said again. Hold on, eh?
She said, ring the bell.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much of one thing good for nothing. Too much a good thing never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. how we love up with PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost their hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, cause they damn well know they have we. I want to ring me bell, wake up Eric Williams, tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring me bell, wake up Mother Cornhawks, tell she to cast a spell on we party, cause it's not what it used to be.
Oh, I know gay to know Tommy. Hey, Caribbean Soul. Let me get Caribbean Soul a round of applause for that, Tommy. Because we play that song all the time and we hear it, but we ignore it. Caribbean Soul, here is the round of. The woman say, wake up Mother Cornhawks, because the party is not what it used to be. We had to cast a spell on we party, because it's not what it used to be, boy. And you had to bring Mother Cornhawks, boy. Oh,
Wake up, Mother Cornhawks, boy.
wake up Mother Cornhawks, boy, Tommy, boy. Tommy, I learned something here today, boy. And we playing that song over and over, you know. The woman says something wrong with the party, boy. Unbelievable. But Tommy, I want to play this video, eh? The reason why I want to play this video is because this is our own production, eh? This is a WZYE production, eh? And when I listened to this, Tommy, I was shocked and amazed about this video. Eh? I couldn't believe that we did this some time ago. Let me see if I get it here. I think I have to go to let me see if I have to go over here. Tommy, I think you will be amazed at this too as well. Not that one. Oh, you know what, Tommy? Before we play that video, let's play this video, because this is a part of the solutions to problems in Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen to this.
The People's National Movement, PANOMI, is the oldest political party in Trinidad and Tobago. It was founded in 1956 by Eric Williams, who became the country's first Prime Minister after independence in 1962. The PNM has been in power for most of Trinidad and Tobago's history, and it is currently the ruling party. The PNM has not implemented a broad-based Black Economic Empowerment (BBBEE) program like the one that exists in South Africa. This is likely due to a number of factors, including the PNM's reluctance to adopt policies that could be seen as discriminatory, as well as the fact that there is no strong consensus among Trinidadians and Tobagonians on the need for such a program. BBBEE is a policy framework that seeks to redress the economic inequalities created by apartheid in South Africa. The BBBEE framework is based on the principle that black people should have a meaningful share of ownership and control of the South African economy. The BBBEE framework is implemented through a system of scorecards, which measure companies' performance on a number of BBBEE criteria. Companies that achieve a high BBBEE score are eligible for a number of benefits, such as preferential treatment in government procurement. The BBBEE framework has been controversial, with some critics arguing that it is unfair to white-owned businesses. However, the BBBEE framework has also been credited with helping to improve the economic position of black South Africans. Whether or not Trinidad and Tobago should implement a BBBEE program is a complex issue with no easy answers. There are a number of factors that would need to be considered, such as the potential impact on the economy, the views of the population, and the political feasibility of such a program.
So there you have it, Tommy.
Yep.
Part of the solution to the problems faced in Trinidad. But Tommy, this video here that we did some time ago, I listened to it again and I was amazed, Tommy. Amazed. Take a listen to this video. Take a listen to this.
Once upon a time, in the beautiful island nation of Trinidad and Tobago, the People's National Movement, PNM, had established itself as the ruling political party for an extensive period. With a devoted following and a series of electoral victories, the PNM had ensured its continued governance. However, despite the party's long-standing presence, a disconcerting issue persisted. Black people appeared to remain at the bottom of the socio-economic ladder. Several factors contributed to this persistent inequality. Historical legacy. Trinidad and Tobago, like many other countries, had a painful history of colonialism and slavery. These oppressive systems left deep scars, and the impact of centuries of discrimination and marginalization was not easily erased. Black people endured the most of these historical injustices, which continue to shape their socio-economic prospects. Favoring the elite. Criticism has been levied against the PNM for its perceived bias towards the wealthy and powerful, often at the expense of the poor and marginalized. Policies that prioritize economic elites can perpetuate income inequality and hinder the socio-economic mobility of disadvantaged communities, including black individuals. Insufficient addressing of historical injustices. While progress has been made in some areas, there is a widespread perception that the PNM has not done enough to redress the lingering effects of colonialism and slavery. Efforts to dismantle systemic racism and ensure equal opportunities for all have fallen short, leaving black people at a continued disadvantage. Inadequate investment in education and social programs. Education is widely recognized as a key factor in empowering individuals and reducing socio-economic disparities. However, there is a perception that the PNM has not made sufficient investments in education and social programs that specifically target black communities. This lack of adequate support can impede upward mobility and perpetuate cycles of poverty. Unresolved systemic racism. Despite having a black Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, the PNM has faced criticism for not doing enough to address systemic racism in Trinidad and Tobago. While representation is important, it alone does not guarantee the dismantling of deeply entrenched structures of inequality. Systemic racism persists, resulting in disproportionate poverty, unemployment, and incarceration rates for black people. Let us explore the story of Aisha, a black woman who experienced the challenges faced by many in Trinidad. Aisha was born and raised in a disadvantaged neighborhood in Trinidad. Her parents worked tirelessly in low-paying jobs, struggling to provide for the family's basic needs. Attending a public school, Aisha realized that opportunities were limited compared to her wealthier classmates. Unable to afford college, she embarked on a job hunt after completing high school. Despite her hard work, Aisha found herself constantly struggling to make ends meet. The cycle of poverty seemed unbreakable, and she felt trapped, unable to envision a better future. One fateful day, while walking home from work, Aisha was wrongfully accused of stealing a purse by the police. Lacking the financial means to hire a lawyer, she was unjustly convicted and sentenced to jail. 6 months in jail took a toll on Aisha. Upon her release, she discovered that she had lost her job and had no means to support herself. Desperation pushed her to the streets, where she faced the harsh realities of homelessness. Aisha's story is but one example of the challenges confronted by black people in Trinidad. While the PNM has held power for a significant duration, critics argue that the party has not adequately addressed the issues perpetuating inequality. Consequently, black individuals continue to bear a disproportionate burden of poverty, unemployment, and incarceration. It is important to recognize that Aisha's story is not an isolated incident. Numerous black individuals in Trinidad face similar struggles to make ends meet. The PNM must take decisive action to address the systemic racism that plagues the country and invest in education and social programs that can uplift black communities. Trinidad and Tobago need a government that acknowledges the historical injustices faced by black people and commits to rectifying them. The PNM must take a proactive stance in dismantling systemic barriers and creating an environment where equal opportunities are available to all citizens, regardless of their background. To address the socio-economic disparities, the PNM should prioritize the following. Education reform. The government should invest significantly in improving the quality of education in underserved communities. This includes providing better resources, training teachers, and implementing targeted programs to support students from disadvantaged backgrounds. Scholarships and financial assistance should be made available to ensure that black individuals have equal access to higher education and vocational training. Economic empowerment. The PNM should implement policies that promote entrepreneurship and small business development in black communities. This can be achieved through access to affordable loans, business training programs, and mentorship initiatives. The government should also incentivize investment in areas with high concentrations of black residents, encouraging job creation and economic growth. Social safety nets. The PNM should establish comprehensive social safety nets to provide support for vulnerable individuals and families. This includes affordable housing programs, healthcare access, and targeted assistance for those living in poverty. By investing in social programs, the government can help break the cycle of poverty and provide a pathway to a better future. Criminal justice reform. Addressing the disproportionate incarceration rates among black individuals requires comprehensive criminal justice reform. The PNM should work towards creating fairer and more equitable legal systems, promoting alternatives to incarceration, and investing in rehabilitation and reintegration programs. This will help ensure that black individuals are not unfairly targeted and have access to opportunities for rehabilitation and successful re-entry into society. Collaborative partnerships. Recognizing the complexity of the issue, the PNM should foster collaborations with civil society organizations, community leaders, and experts in various fields. By bringing together diverse perspectives and experiences, the government can develop more comprehensive and effective strategies to tackle socio-economic disparities. True progress can only be achieved through collective efforts and an unwavering commitment to equality and social justice. The PNM must listen to the voices of the marginalized, engage in open dialogues, and demonstrate a genuine dedication to uplifting black communities. In conclusion, the persistence of socio-economic disparities for black people in Trinidad and Tobago, despite the long-standing rule of the People's National Movement, highlights the need for more targeted and comprehensive efforts. The PNM must address the historical legacy of colonialism and slavery, confront systemic racism, and invest in education and social programs that empower black communities. By doing so, Trinidad and Tobago can strive towards a more inclusive and equitable society where all citizens have the opportunity to thrive and succeed.
You know, Tommy, that video was done some time ago, and when you look at it today, you ask yourself how much have changed. Tommy, I don't know if you remember this video. You know, Tommy, listening to that video.
I remember that video.
Yeah. It's interesting. Listen to this.
I gonna vote for UNC. Me too. You gonna do what? Vote for UNC. Anytime I know anybody say they're voting for UNC, all you have to leave my place. But all you know what shit can do for you? What? Go and ask all your parents. Explain your mind to all your parents and make a bit so. Anytime anybody vote for you and you UNC, all you have to leave here. And the real vote face. I real vote face? Yeah, let me know anyone who vote for UNC. How you know it? From scratch. How you know it? I must know. But don't come and tell me. I don't even know joke. It's better. Anytime anyone vote for UNC, all you have to leave here. I don't care people go to our kid. All you have to leave my place.
Tommy.
Wow. Wow.
Tommy, if you're a Democrat and your daughter or your son is Republican, they can't live in your house unless they vote for Democrats, you know.
Yeah. That's how you operate?
No, I don't operate so, but based on how this lady operated. Yeah. Tommy, you know, Tommy, that is what our parents told us, though. Our parents told us that the PNM give us a free education, right? The PNM Petrie Road, the PNM give you an apartment, the PNM give you everything. And I asked the question, well, if they are the government, what are they supposed to do?
Exactly. That's what they're there for.
What? They're not supposed to give you anything?
They're supposed to make sure that opportunities are there for us, for everyone.
I do get it. All right, we go play that one tomorrow. Yeah, but yeah, Tommy, man, it's just it just seemed to be never ending, man. We have the Pennywise situation, right? We have the crime situation. We have the Minister of National Security taking to his Facebook page to attack people, right? We have those in the Go Along Get Along PNM gang upset with Karen Nunes Teixeira because of what she did. And none of them, well, not none of them, I didn't hear any of them saying, Tommy, that as a former Minister of Finance and as a former President of the Senate, they deserve to be treated a little differently. You know, but I guess everything is par for the course, Tommy.
Hey. It's war. Politics in Trinidad is war.
Is war?
Yep. And all is fear in war and love.
Why does it have to be war?
Hey, it doesn't have to be, but that's what it is.
And the population have gone silent on property tax, you know. You notice that, right?
Are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
It's gonna take a while before it hits them.
It's going. Albert Montano said Junior Panorama in the Savannah, plenty young people there. I wonder if there's a pun by Albert. Tommy?
No, I think that's going on. Junior Panorama is going on now.
Yeah, but he say plenty young people there.
Could be that.
Nah. I think he just mean young people. I think he just mean young. KFC, I just see that video. You know that's an old video, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, is that ready?
Yeah, I see that already.
Yep. You saw the PNM get the PNM president getting the China man, and then they're going to vote you and see we put it outside the source.
KFC.
Put them out there, go get them a house, man.
KFC, the woman say if you vote UNC, you had to leave my house, you know.
Yeah, PNM. She said PNM give me this house, you know. So all you going for UNC, and I go pull it out. So dread the PNM this thing to the own people, so them have a choice on their own or what?
It's sad. It's really sad.
It's sad. You coming on street night for tomorrow?
Yeah, we on tomorrow.
All right, go.
Yeah, bless. Tommy. But Tommy, let me be honest, right? Growing up in a PNM household, we used to hear a lot of things that would make us be PNM forever or PNM till you're dead.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
No, because I guess my parents left when I was young, so too young to have that kind of discussion.
I know I used to hear them talking about how PNM give you free education, you know, PNM give you junior secondary school, you know, PNM give you free biscuit, you know, milk and biscuit in school. You understand?
What I heard my mother saying is, after I passed common entrance, says, I don't know what Eric doing. I don't know how this could happen. You living up here and they send you all the way down to Palo Seco. I don't know what Eric doing. I have to leave this country now.
Wow. Wow.
I
She had a whole different perspective on things.
I have to make a better life for all you. Because if this is any indication as to what is going on, this is not good. I have to get a better perspective for all you.
Wow, interesting.
So that's what I remember from my parent.
Yeah. So Albert Montano, Captain Singh, Bob, if you're still there, Caribbean Soul, Edson Prince, Lana, if you're still there, Renwick Job, JB Happer, Sharon, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat. I didn't see Victoria today. I didn't see quite a few people today. Put closing, I didn't see Bijram, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat. Yeah, boy. Albert Montano said, all that's going on in Trinidad is not bidding most people, especially young people. Okay, I read that already. Yeah. Yeah, Tommy boy, we have to continue to keep the faith in spite of all the things that we see happening around us. We have to believe that better days are coming.
By and by.
Even though some days it doesn't look promising. Many days it doesn't look promising. And we don't seem to have the people in power in order to convince the population that they will be able to do better. Look, we partner. Larry boy. Larry from Florida, boy.
Happy New Year's, Larry.
Yeah, Larry boy. Big Time Entertainment won, you know.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah, Larry's a good one. Larry used to call himself Big Time Entertainment too. I said, Larry, you can't be two, boy. You have to be one. You know, he call him Big Time Entertainment too. I said, Larry, you have to be Big Time Entertainment one, boy. Yeah, Larry's a good one. Larry's my brethren from a long time, you know.
Yeah, I know Larry well.
Yeah. Larry. Yeah. Ever since me and Larry hook up. Yeah, Larry just continue to keep that camaraderie, man. Yeah, Larry say hello to your wife, man. And Happy New Year to you and the whole family, man. He down in Florida now, you know, with hot.
Yep.
You understand?
Is that a massive exodus of Trinidadians from New York to Florida? And
yeah, correct. That's right.
So many of them down there now, man.
Yeah, I mean, my brother lives in Florida too.
Massive exodus.
My aunt and them live in Florida. My uncle and them live in Florida. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go for a quick break, folks. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and yours truly, Professor Wall Street on WZYE 95.9 FM. We always streaming live here. Go to WZYE TV on YouTube and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Of course, folks, subscribe. So whenever we go live, you will get our notice right in your inbox. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
That's how me cars go bang bang. Every time I hit a pothole, must pass inspection. Check all the brakes and suspension. Road so bad, mashing up my car, but they want to charge for inspections. The car Trinidad is not a real place. Yes, we have a big bitch lake by the road, and damn it never paid. It's not a real place. Protest for that you would never see unless it's ketchup in KFC. It's not a real place. La da da. What a one. Jamaican partner tell me what a one. I'm going on big boy. He said no boy. 5 months calling Wassa, fix the pipe by the savannah. Water waste him, no look what go on. I can't wash me head on me, ding dong. It's not a real place. Coming to cut if your bill not clear. Paying for water, you're getting air. It's not a real place. Only place in the world you go see when the pipe water come like morphine. It's not a real place. La da da. More. If you hear me gas tank ball, I already putting on. No free drop again. This thing making me shame. Ever since the subsidy passed, even Trinidad killer shut down for years. It's not a real place. Can't afford gas too high. Best I buy a horse and learn to ride. It's not a real place. Used to think God was Trini, but I feel he moved to our next country. Trinidad. It's not a real place. La da da. Bodo. That's the sound of gunshot. Bodo. Right now, Trinidad hot. Top 10 will ranking with crime. Nowhere safe because of them slime. Murder, robbery, and Clyde. Look, the thief me jockey shorts off the line. It's not a real place. The Minister of National Security say it's not he walk to fight crime, you see. It's not a real place. Blessed land, it was so nice. Heaven on earth, a sweet paradise. It's not a real place. La da da.
And of course, we are back with you, Tommy boy, Trinidad boy.
It's not a real place.
Trinidad is not a real place, boy. Trinidad is not a real place. Caribbean Soul say wants to clear up that comment Kamala made when she said party before country. Kamala made that statement during the external election between her and Vassan. In that press live, she said, if it's party before country, then go to hell. That was directed to Vassan. But those PNM cut that clip and make it look like she told the country that. So it's like me and you. Like you say your party before country. If I said it's party before country, then go to hell. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. What's my closing comment? Okay, Tommy, my closing comment is, so folks, we back live tomorrow on 91.9 from 7 to 9 p.m. When someone truly cares about you, they make an effort, not an excuse. From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall. So that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same WZY time, same WZY channel. Later. Go ahead, Tommy.
You know, this one's from Maggie Smith. It says, maybe you have a little voice inside of you that says you aren't strong enough to handle what life's left at your feet. That voice lies. Prove it wrong today, then repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep moving. Like I always say, that change that you want to see, it begins with you. You, that man in the mirror. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, don't blame the mirror. Never look down on a man or a woman unless you give them a hand up. Love you all. Stay strong. See you tomorrow evening.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
Caribbean Soul closing comment. I hope the people wake up and make a change come 2025. It could be any other party, not this PNM run by Rowley. It's not the same PNM party, I know. Okay. Albert Montano says, communication is the most important thing to solve all problems. Keeping up engagement with the public is a way to make Trinidad and Tobago a better country. Okay. Okay, so there you have it, folks. I want to go out tonight with Tree Canal, Talk the Talk. So, folks, see you tomorrow. We're going to go out with Tree Canal, Talk the Talk.
Revelation. He promised to fire next time. He promised to fire next time. He promised to fire next time. And who ain't dead, the bad wounded, who ain't dead, bad wounded, who ain't dead, the bad wounded, who ain't dead, bad wounded. Talk, you mocking pretender. I check your lyrics and I confess you. Far too long, you're fooling the children, filling the head with brainwash education. Doomsday reach, wipe and the retreat, cause the children coming to take back the street. The power of the word in the conscious styling. Taking the way for a brand new morning. I say the power of the word in the rap so styling. Rocking the roots of the vampire system. Talk it talk, you pretender. Talk it talk, you bloody deceiver. Talk it talk, you serpent master. Talk it talk, you friggin' oppressor. La da di da 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 da. La da di 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 da da da. Matter where reality bites and illusion shatter. Right down to the heart of the matter. Desire go bust and reality scatter. He promised to fire next time. He promised to fire next time. He promised to fire next time. And who ain't there, the badly wounded? Who ain't there, badly wounded? Who ain't there, the badly wounded? Who ain't there, badly wounded? Talk your talk, you mocking pretender. Check the lyrics and I confess you far too long. You're fooling the children, filling the head with brainwash education. Doomsday reach, plan your retreat. The children coming to take back the street. The power of the word, the conscious styling. I say the power of the word, the rap so styling. Rocking the roots and the vampire system. Talk your talk, you fucking pretender. Talk your talk, you bloody deceiver. Talk your talk, you serpent master. Talk your talk, you friggin' oppressor. La down to the heart of the matter. Chatter, chatter, chatter. What is the matter? I can't seem to stop this ceaseless chatter. Chatter, chatter, chatter. Only wrong in my head. Oh Lord, like they want me dead. Everybody talking, nobody listening. Oh my God, what's really happening? Chatter, chatter, chatter. Chatter, chatter, chatter. What is the matter? Chatter, chatter. The ceaseless chatter. Going right down to the heart of the matter. Everybody talking, nobody listening.
Listen to yourself.
Everybody talking, nobody listening.
Nobody listening. Yes.